World famous Butch and Bob show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And Bob, is it wet enough for you?
It's pretty wet out there.
Man, I couldn't believe leaving the house this morning. There was just huge puddles, and I get to the station, and the whole area back there is flooded. And so I knew we got rain overnight because every time I woke up during the night, it was just raining away. And we'll continue up to about midday today. And then things will get better this afternoon and have sunny skies tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got a special guest in the studio with us this morning. Robin, good morning.
Good morning.
From Odom, Georgia.
From Odom.
Odom.
Big
and so
city.
if you're here on the Butch and Bob show, Robin, you're talking about some event going on in Odom. Is that right?
That's right. We've got the Food Truck Festival coming up Saturday the 13th. And it goes from 11 till, I think it's 8 p.m. It ends. So we're going to have a fun day, lots of sunshine. Want to encourage everybody to get out with your families, bring your chairs, bring your blankets. We will have some tables and chairs set up, but they're limited. So just make yourself at home, enjoy the music, enjoy some good food.
So other than the eating, or the food that people can get at the food trucks, what else will be going on to entertain folks?
I know that we will have some local artists that will be performing, and then we'll also have two groups. Last Call will be on from 2 to 4, and they're a local band, kind of a new band, I think, that started. And then we will have Lauren Marie. She will be our featured artist. She will be there from 6 to 8 p.m. for a free concert. So just come out and enjoy the day.
Well, folks who don't know about Lauren Marie, which they should, but, everybody don't keep up with everything. Who is she, where's she from, and what has she done?
Okay. And I'm not sure exactly where she's from, so I'm not gonna say that. But she was
somewhere in the state of Georgia, probably middle Georgia. Somewhere in middle Georgia.
Thinking around middle Georgia.
Okay.
But she was 2021 Georgia's Country Female Artist of the Year. And she also was on American Idol, and I believe she was in the top 100. Don't recall what year it was, but she was with us last year. We had a great crowd, great turnout, great time, and so we invited her back this year. So
now, who would ever thought that you would have a festival with food trucks?
I know, right?
But it went well for y'all last year in Odom, didn't it?
It went very well for us last year. And I do want to mention that Odom Homecoming does a lot of community activities. They help people that are in need. We give scholarships. And so, and then, of course, we put on the festival in October. Mm-hmm. And it takes a lot of money to put those festivals on. So we do these little side things, to help us just build our funds a little bit, so that we can pour that back into our community.
So the food trucks will be set up around the square there, the railroad,
around the depot.
Around
yes.
the depot, just the different food trucks set up.
That's right.
I guess several of them, a lot of them.
Yeah, I think we have 15 this year.
I didn't know there's 15 people out there with food trucks.
Yes, my goodness, yes. And let me tell you, hold on just a second.
Now it has to do with food, so Bob's going to show up.
Well, hopefully you will too, Butch, because I'm telling you, we are going to have it all. We're going to have, I'll just name them real quick.
Okay.
Paradise Island Cuisine, Johnny Boyd Cookies, Killer Pizza, Brothers Seafood, Segura's, Fast Freddy's, Snow Business, Chazitos, and that's Latin cuisine, Southern Shaved Ice, Coastal Creamery, Swadee's Thai, and Insane Wings. So we're going to have everything from Latin to pizza to, we're going to have everything.
Everything, all kinds of food there on the food
And then
trucks.
your sweets, your desserts, your frozen drinks. And I just want to mention one of our sponsors here, of course, is Summers at the Blue Jay restaurant there, and they will be open as well Saturday. So I just want to, you'll have fried chicken and fried choice.
You got the restaurant right next to the depot, be open. And their name of the restaurant?
Is Blue Jay.
Blue Jays. Still Blue Jays. I didn't know if it was still Blue Jays.
Chicken Shack. Sometimes we still all call it the Chicken Shack. It'll always be the Chicken Shack to us. But anyway, summer will be open that day as well.
All right. Well, good. Last summer is going to be open that day for the Food Truck Festival going on in Odom this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Entertainment throughout the day. Laura Marie at night performing. If you hadn't heard her, folks, you're missing out. Make sure you go and listen to her that evening from 6 to 8. What else, Robin?
I just want to make a quick mention of our other sponsors. Our featured sponsor this year is Odom General Store, owned by the Patels right there in Odom. They always support us in the community, so be sure and stop by and see them at some time. Jesup Premium Storage, Interstate Federal Credit Union, R&R Car Sales, Prime South Bank, Jesup Tire Shop, Georgia Asphalt, Wayne Drug Company, Omaha Federal Credit Union, Harrison Company, Hog and Bones is always a great sponsor for us, Fraser's Appliance, the Chicken Shack there in Odom, Jones Prescription Shop, and Domir Paper.
Okay.
Those are our sponsors, and without our sponsors, we could not put these events on. So, just come out and have a good time and enjoy your day.
And it's the Odom Homecoming Committee that puts this event on.
That's correct.
The Odom Homecoming is always the first Saturday in October, but as you mentioned, you have smaller events during the course of the year to help put on the Odom Homecoming in October.
And to help us to support our community. And I will mention this year is our 49th annual Odom Homecoming. Next year
49.
Next year we'll celebrate 50. So
right. See those golden T-shirts next year.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
But it's all going on there in Odom, Georgia. The Food Truck Festival this Saturday from 11 to 8. Entertainment throughout the day and into the evening. So don't miss out on it. And you can just stay there on the grounds and enjoy the entertainment. You'll have some tables and chairs set up, and people can enjoy it.
That's right. And if you have any other questions about anything, concerning anything, you can always call Odom City Hall. Miss Jan O'Quinn works very closely with the Odom Homecoming, and she will get you in touch with who you need to be in touch with.
Okay. Bob, questions, comments for Robin?
Just always good to see you.
You too. You too.
All right. We'll see everyone in Odom this Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country, WIFO, and more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
Here's your WIFO forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Showers and thunderstorms around for the first half of the day. Some of these storms are going to be strong, and a few could still be severe. Damaging winds are our primary concern, but we'll also get some heavy rain. It does stay windy through the afternoon and into the early evening. Tomorrow for Friday, we'll have sunshine with highs in the mid-70s. Saturday, sunny, highs stay in the mid-70s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup, the morning show right here on WIFO, the Butch and Bob Show. And Bob, boy, what a ball game between Wayne County and BC yesterday in Savannah.
Yeah, heck of a ball game. These first two games have been very entertaining.
You had a 1-0 game and then an 8-7 game. That's amazing. With the third and final game against BC will be at home tomorrow at Tower Bowen Field.
Wayne County scored an 8th run, but unfortunately they called Deacon out at first base, which I'd like to see that on replay. As he was about 2 feet past the bag, but whatever.
Well, you know, you're not going to get those close calls at Benedictine. You know that. If it can be a judgment call, you know which way the judgment's going to go. If it's clear, it's one thing, but if it's a judgment call, you know you're not going to get them.
I don't think it was very close.
What did our coaches?
No,
our coaches go bonkers and run on the field and and scream and holler and do all that kind of good stuff, trying to get overturned?
They voiced their objection.
They voiced their objection.
But there's not much you can do about it.
No, you can't.
Once they make the call. But series tied 1-1. Like I said, big game Friday. Hopefully a great crowd comes out. Hopefully some people back from spring break by Friday come out and sport the Yellow Jackets. So.
Yeah, I need that big crowd there tomorrow so we can take 2 out of 3 from BC and continue to lead in the region as we move into the final week next week.
Against Southeast Bullet.
We got Southeast Bullet next week, which is a formidable opponent. BC next week as Cupcake. Yeah. They're going to win all 3 next week.
Exactly. So we know how many losses BC will have after Friday. So
that's right. So we've got to win tomorrow.
Hopefully handle the 4th loss tomorrow. I mentioned American. You've been watching American Idol this year?
No.
Very talented group of singers, but they got a kid from Hazelhurst, Georgia.
Hazelhurst?
Will Mosley, former football player, played some collegiate football, but he sings. I find myself, I've never done this before, but I'm voting for Will Mosley.
Oh, you've never voted before?
No, I've never done it before, but.
Well, only less than 5%, sometimes only 2% of the people who listen to the radio or watch TV participate in the promotions contest and things of that sort.
This kid's just very talented. I mean, he's right down the road from Hazelhurst, Georgia, so I'm pulling for him.
Is he a country singer?
Yeah, he sang Otis Redding Sitting on the Dock of the Bay this past week.
Okay. Good song.
Did a great rendition of that. So
yeah.
But it's pretty interesting to watch a national TV show, and there he is from Hazelhurst, Georgia.
From Hazelhurst.
Wish him the best, Will Mosley. So.
Okay.
But it's a lot of talented singers in this group. I mean, there's some talent.
It is amazing. You watch that, and then what's the other one? The Voice.
Right.
And just a lot of talent out there.
It's amazing.
A lot of talent. And, like if you see it, there's a lot of talent, tons of talent, but it just very few break through to become recording artists and make it big or even semi-big. You just got to get that right break at the right time with the right song and the right arrangement and everything else. There's so much that goes into it.
There aren't many Carrie Underwoods.
No, not. There's a few from American Idol through the years that, of course, made it big. Made it big time. But you think of all the thousands and thousands and thousands of people who've applied, who went out for it, the ones that actually got on the air and sung before the judges. It's just not that many that have actually made it big.
A lot of them have good careers, though. They've been able to go around and sing.
I wonder what Taylor Hicks is doing these days. Remember him? He's the one that played the harmonica, and he was from Alabama, and he won that year.
He still plays the theme song for Paul Feinbaum. So
does he?
So he's still getting a nice check.
Yeah, well, scored if he wrote. Yeah, I guess so, because of the talent on part of it.
Yeah. He wrote the theme song for the Paul Feinbaum show.
Well, I'll be. Well, bless his heart.
He's on the show regularly.
He's on it, or just his voice?
Well, he says him as a special guest.
Oh, does he?
Every now and then.
I really hadn't seen or heard anything about him since he won back eons ago.
He's still
what was that, 2006?
He's still around.
7?
Yeah. I don't know.
Somewhere along there. 2006, I think.
But I don't normally watch this.
But there's just, a lot of folks that have won the Idol that have decent careers, but none of them made it really, most of them have not made it big. Like you said, not like a Clay Aiken or Carrie Underwood and people of that sort that have actually won American Idol.
Surprised the Braves aren't playing a doubleheader today since they got rained out last night.
Well, yeah, I guess they have to put so much together. A lot of times, sometimes they will do that, but I know that the Braves have to be on the road. That's the reason why they're playing a midday game today, because the Braves, after the game, will fly out and head to Florida to take on the Fish, the Marlins, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you play a midday game today, you get over with, and you shower, you're already packed, you get on the plane, and you head right straight down there to Miami. And I'm sure the Mets are the same thing. And they'll, being the fact that we played the Mets several more times during the course of the year, I'm sure they'll slap that doubleheader in there somewhere, just like with the Chicago White Sox when we got rained out with them. We'll play them later in the year.
Wonder how the rain's going to affect the Augusta National today.
It's going to delay it a few hours. Yeah, it's going to delay it a few hours.
They said that's going to really affect Tiger Woods, because they said if it rains out and they have to play a bunch of holes on Friday, that they don't think his body will hold up to play.
Well, it just breaks my heart, Bob. Just breaks my heart.
There's a lot of people pulling for Tiger to win another green jacket. He said he could win it. He said if everything goes well, he could still win another.
Yeah, dream on, Tiger, dream on.
Jack Nicklaus wanted.
Yeah, but he hadn't gone through what Tiger's gone through. I mean, he had an injury, 3 years ago, whatever it was, that just about killed him.
That's true,
and he never got charged with that. There was no telling what was going through his blood veins at that time, And he
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's right, Bob. Allegedly. We have to say and so forth. But the two things, there's three things that really messed up his career. One was getting slammed over the head by his wife with a golf club.
It's never been the same since that 8-iron went upside his head.
That 8-iron went upside of his head. He hadn't been the same. He's still got the indention there. We're airing him upside the head there. Two was the fact that he thought he was a Navy SEAL, and he worked out, he worked out like an elite athlete, right, like a football player, Navy SEAL and stuff like that.
They said he wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
Yeah,
you
don't do that as a golfer. You the stress is, I'm surprised that somebody in his posse didn't say, this ain't good for you, Tiger. And they may have, but he probably just, felt he was invincible, because you do when you're in your 20s. You feel like you can do anything. And so that messed up a lot of his joints and his muscles and his tendons and everything. And his back, especially his back, it messed up. And then, of course, the third thing was that accident he had about 3 years ago where it just about killed him.
Right.
And so with all that going on, yes, it would be a minor miracle if he won a major if he won a major again.
It's just a minor miracle he can participate in these PGA events.
You got that right.
It's amazing. So,
he's got determination. I mean, no doubt about that. He put in no telling how many hundreds of thousands of hours in training leading up to that great run he had for those all those years.
He dominated for a while. Like I said, it used to be Tiger of the field.
Tiger versus the field.
Right.
That's what it used to be.
That's what it used to be.
Yes, sir. And if he had the league going in on Sunday, you might as well just wrap it up.
It was must-see TV.
Yeah, but if he had to have those three things happen, he would probably, heaven knows how many majors he'd have right now, and other wins.
I don't think he's hurt for money there.
I'm not.
We're not doing a pity party for Tiger.
Oh heck no, not pity party for Tiger. No pity for Tiger. Yeah, it's like the rest of us. We all bring stuff upon ourselves, so we just can't expect pity from other folks.
I'm sure CBS is hoping he makes the cut and gets to the weekend because that draws ratings. So, but they were saying yesterday that the rain causes havoc and he has to play more than 18 holes, that they don't think his body's going to be able to do it. So
the last tournament that he was in, he had to go out because he started hurting. Yeah. And it's just difficult for him to do that. As they're telling, if he was in a golf tournament where you could ride carts, he'd probably do a lot better. At least he don't have to carry his own bag.
It's fun to watch the par 3 contest. That was good. I liked that yesterday.
Par 3 is always fun.
But I didn't realize that streak dates all the way back to 1960. The person who wins the par 3 does not win on the weekend. So
yeah, it's true.
So Ricky Fowler has no shot.
He has no shot. They're always about traditions that are at the Masters, and so when tradition says you ain't going to win it on Sunday.
I mean, I'd already heard that person who wins the par 3 doesn't win, but I didn't realize it dated all the way back to 1960.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
You think somebody would eventually break that streak? So.
Yeah. When I was living up in Aiken, South Carolina for all those years, from 1980 to 1992, our radio station up there, we had 4 series badges to the Masters. So I went every year for about a decade there, usually twice, usually during a weekday, and then on the weekend, usually Sunday. Just had a blast all those years. But one year, I did a civic club that I was involved with up there, Satoma. We provided, we did as a fundraiser for ourselves. The Masters tournament paid us X amount of money to come there and man one of the concession stands there, one of the beer stands, and on the par 3. And it's just, that was toward the end. That was like 89, somewhere along there. Everything's kind of a little formal, Thursday through Sunday. But on that par 3, it's just, They got the family around. They got kids. They're loose. They don't have the game face on. Let's just put it that way. And it was interesting talking to the golfers as they came by and so forth. But my arms and hands were blue at the end of the day, reaching down into that icy water, pulling out those beers. I told him, I said, we're doing this next year. I'm coming back with big rubber gloves all the way up to my elbows. But it was fun going to the Masters all those years and just having a good time there. So, folks, if you ever get a chance at all to go to the Masters, go, because it is just a little slice of heaven on earth right there with that Augusta National Golf Course.
It's gorgeous up there. I tell people all the time, it's fun to watch on TV, but TV really doesn't do it justice on how beautiful it is up there. You really need to see it in person.
No, they were doing an interview with a couple of brothers were there for the first time, and one of them actually was saying that. He says, you see it on TV, and you got the limited view of the camera that shows you, all right, but when you're there, you can do the 360 and look all around. You got, it's just, and you don't see anything else. There's no houses, you don't see no road, you don't see anything. You're just in this, it was a nursery before it was the Augusta National Golf Course, and then it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous there. And it was interesting, you had some folks who like to get around one hole and sit there.
Right.
And you got other ones who like to follow a player.
Watch it, right.
They like to follow one of the golfers. And you got other ones, like we were, my group up there that we used to go to. We used to go different holes, all the time. We go here, we go over there. There's usually no rhyme or reason. It's just like someone said, oh, well, let's go to this hole. Oh, yeah, let's go do that. Usually we didn't do much on the first, let's say 8 or 9. It was usually the back 9 that we hung out most of the time on. But it was fun. Someone just texted in, drive careful. We've had 4 inches of rain so far.
Wow.
That is in just a few hours.
That's a lot of rain.
Since last night to right now, we've had 4 inches of rain, and it won't stop to about midday today. And, yeah, be careful, because the puddles out there are just deep.
So I guess the golf course isn't open in.
You might want to go check and see if the back 9's still there.
I'll check with Raymond.
You might want to check and see if it's even still there. Well, we lost a couple of holes last night. 4
inches of rain. That's a pile of rain.
Yeah, it is. And the thing about it is it's a pile of rain, but in a short period of time,
It was a smart move to move that game up to yesterday with the Wayne BC series.
Oh, yeah. We all saw that coming in. When we had a 80 to 90 to 100, square which weather forecast you looked at, but it was going to rain on Thursday, and it did. And it's still doing it. But just be careful out there. But by midday today, the front will start moving on out and become cloudy, and then partly sunny, and then clear skies at night and breezy, as it always does when you got one of these fronts coming through. You usually have, breezy conditions for the next day or so.
Mm-hmm. Great to have Coach in yesterday, Coach Moore. How'd you like meeting him?
Yeah, it was great meeting Coach Morin, And that's what, I was trying to tell him yesterday. A lot of folks said, since Coach Morin and Coach J-Bo Shaw are good friends, then they thought they were the same type of person. And that's what a lot of folks like, not only Coach Shaw's coaching ability, but just his overall demeanor, his faith, and all that. And they felt that, well, if they're good friends, then this is going to be a coach like him. And that's what I was trying to relay to Coach Morin yesterday, with that fact. If he was friends with Coach J-Bo Shaw, then folks thinks he's going to be a pretty good guy too.
Just appreciate him coming in. I thought it was a real good show, a lot of information. So looking forward to working with him and his staff. I say he's put together a pretty good staff up there as well. So should be fun. Spring game will be here before you know it. Spring practice will be underway soon. So look forward to that.
Okay. And still looking for that defensive coordinator, but I'm sure someone good will come through soon. I guess you're not going up to Athens this weekend for the spring game? No.
I watch it on TV.
You watch it on, they'll have it on TV?
I'll DVR.
You'll DVR while you're playing golf.
That's right. Saturday golf. It's supposed to be a nice day for Saturday.
It'll be a beautiful day Saturday, and then you'll have all day tomorrow for the course to dry off some.
Just got to win this game tomorrow night. Beat those BC cadets. That's it.
Yep, Wayne County varsity baseball team got to win tomorrow against BC.
Yeah, big game.
All right.
Encourage everybody to come on out. Go Jackets. Yep.
All right, Bob, have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup has been brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates. Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.